See, a few days ago, I made a video on my channel where I reacted to the most beautiful places in California. And now, like a few days later, I see all these videos about California and how houses are burning and how people have to flee from their homes. And it's so scary to see, especially I've never been to California before, but for me, it's one of the like top 3 places where I would like to travel or where I could also imagine to live. And yeah, I don't know if this is the future. I can't imagine living here. I can't think about how the people are feeling right now there. It must be fucking horrifying to don't know if you can live there anymore, to maybe lose everything that you own. I'm imagining in my head that people before Christmas and at like Christmas Eve, they're celebrating together, all having a great time in their houses. And now a lot of them are burned to ashes. That's so ridiculous. Yeah. That's what I wanted to say in the beginning. And now I want to give a bit more context, more information to learn more about what's happening, why it's happening. Let's start.
In Southern California.
We are not out of danger. The National Weather Service.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. I don't know how long it was last year. I think it was already a few days. This year it's the same. And I don't know, will it last only a few days? Does it come again? Will it last a few weeks? I don't know. The future is so fucked up, man. I don't know what to say.
Has predicted that the winds are going to pick up and get worse.
Fear and concern is growing tonight as flames light up the Los Angeles hillsides. Firefighters are scrambling to contain several major fires tonight. Just into our newsroom, we are learning of another fire erupting, this time in Sylmar in the San Fernando Valley. Extremely strong winds are fanning the dangerous and potentially deadly flames that have already forced tens of thousands of people to evacuate.
Tens of thousands. That's so crazy. And I think also tens of thousands people lost their homes. If not, that's just so ridiculous.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Laura Painter.
And I'm Chris Thomas. We're tracking the latest on the firefight tonight. I want you to take a look. I want to show you the location of the 2 biggest fires. They're both in L.A. County. The Palisades fire west of L.A. in the Pacific Palisades, and the new Eaton fire is northeast of the city near Pasadena.
So for me as a German, I don't really know where most things are in LA. So I know, of course, here's the beach and so on. Now we have here the one Palisades fire near the water. So I guess that's also very good for the firefighters. And the other fire here in the near of Hollywood signs, as if I understand that right. So it's at a completely different location. And I guess it's also very hard to extinguish the fires if you don't have a pool or if there isn't a hydrant in the near.
Tonight, Sacramento Metro and city firefighters are heading to Southern California to help hundreds of firefighters already on the front lines. They gathered their belongings to head south just hours ago.
That's so crazy. I imagine if I would be in this situation, I probably only pick my PC, and when I have to leave everything else here. That's so crazy. Also for the people that don't know where they are going to live now, if they can ever go back to that place, if they want to rebuild the ruins, or if that will happen again, I think it might not be easy to live there again if you know that this could happen again. And maybe it's also not worth it to start from scratch there. Probably most people will try to build a home somewhere else, I guess, but that's also hard because you have all your relatives and friends in LA, so that's absolutely not easy. And I'm pretty sure a lot of documents and so on also get burned in the flames. So if you couldn't save them, yeah.
Go.
This might seem rare, but this is something that we've been experiencing more and more lately. And as these fire seasons keep going on, they just keep getting extended to pretty much almost year-round at this point.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
What you're seeing tonight is really the local, region, and state coming together and saying, you know what, there's a major disaster happening in Southern California. We need your help.
We're told local crews could spend up to...
You know what's also fascinating? There are so many people that are going through the streets with with a motorcycle or a car, and are just baffled by how everything looks right now. And I think in this time you can see very clear how everyone is helping each other and how everyone is caring for each other and looking out for each other, because in this times it's important to be a unit and to help everyone who needs help or feels a bit lost right now or something like that.
14 days in Los Angeles, making sure the flames are put out. And first, here's a look at where the Palisades fire is burning. It's just northwest of Santa Monica.
Evacuations have been ordered past Highway 27, known as Topanga Canyon, down to Highway 1.
Yeah, also I saw a lot of videos where the roads were full of traffic jams. So it was a really hard situation for everyone because you had the fire behind you and you could only save a few things from home, and then you were stuck with all the other people in fear on those roads. Just unbelievable.
Or the Pacific Coast Highway and into parts of Santa Monica. Here's what Governor Gavin Newsom had to say today.
And saw firsthand the impact of these swirling winds and the embers and the number of structures that are destroyed, of how serious this moment is and how important it is you listen to these evacuation orders.
Yeah, I heard that there were a few people who didn't take them too serious until it got too serious. So I think it's really important that if you live near the area, you don't take any risks and just follow what the people from the firefighters or from the government say. So, yeah.
And take a look. This is video of the flames burning at the Getty Villa Museum tonight. The president and CEO of the museum says some trees and vegetation burned, but good news is the galleries are protected.
And take a look at the latest numbers from CAL FIRE. The Palisades fire is now nearly 3,000 acres large, with evacuation orders impacting.
That's so fucking nuts. I think I heard a number like many hundreds, like soccer or football fields, however you want to call it. I think you can't imagine in your own head how much space this is, how large this area is.
Impacting at least 30,000 people. There are no estimates on how many homes are destroyed or how many remain threatened.
But just as
yeah, I guess it must be hundreds, if not thousands of houses. That's insane.
Firefighters were working to contain a second fire burning near Pasadena. The growing Palisades fire is leaving a trail of destruction.
And this new video, nighttime video, just into our newsroom shows the intense flames and powerful winds fire crews are battling tonight. Pops, explosions, and flames sweeping through a Los Angeles hillside, dotted with celebrity homes as winds picked up Tuesday night.
Yeah, it's not only the fire, it's also the extreme powerful winds. and the explosion from, I don't know, gas tanks or cars that are exploding. So, I mean, a fire alone would be more than enough to worry about when you also have those crazy winds that aren't very good for yourself and the fire, and also the explosions. I'm sure there are also a few people who get harmed or maybe were killed by explosions. So shit.
This is new video of the Palisades fire, showing thick smoke and powerful wind fueling massive flames you see here on the side of a highway. Homes are destroyed and tens of thousands of people remain under evacuation.
I'm also so sorry for the dogs and the pets in general, because I really love dogs, and I know that it's like even harder for them than for a human, because I mean they kind of need us and they only support us, and they see the flames and they also can't do anything about that. That's so horrifying.
Orders.
And what's even more horrifying is if you lost a pet due to the flames. Maybe you could save a few personal things, your computer, maybe your documents, but if you lost your home, your pet, I don't know what to say.
Clogged roads force some to abandon their cars and run for their lives.
Yeah, people will get so traumatized by many things that happened.
The smoke just got really bad, so I just started packing up all of our stuff, and we got in the car to go. And then all the cars were abandoned, so I had nowhere to go, so I just had to get out of my car and
The Cybertruck behind that. Wow.
start walking. The smoke is so bad. I have no idea where we're going.
This is video of abandoned cars moved out of the way by a bulldozer to make a path for emergency vehicles. Fire trucks racing to the scene, aircraft attacking the fire from above.
We threw everything we had at it really quick.
Yeah, that's also an issue, that there are already so many people who try to extinguish the fire, but it's not enough. You would need hundreds of you would need so many more people, and it's also hard for a firefighter if you see two burning homes and you have to decide which one you want to save right now. You don't know if there are still people inside or so. Maybe someone is trapped. Maybe a pet is inside of that home. So it's also extremely stressful for them. And I'm so thankful for everyone who helps others get back to safety. Yeah.
We knew that if we didn't get it in 20 minutes, it would go to hundreds of acres.
And I've seen tons of fires. This is nothing. I'm scared for my life. It's terrifying.
Actor James Woods posting this video of flames near his home.
We've got a lot of planes going over.
Firefighters in an all-out battle to save this shopping center, pulling hoses right through businesses, even using buckets at one point to stop the spread. The fire started around 10:30 Tuesday morning, erupting in the Pacific Palisades foothills west of Los Angeles, after what the National Weather Service calls the strongest windstorm to hit Southern California in more than a decade. Officials say the exact cause of the fire is not yet known.
Well, I guess it's climate change, isn't it? Not sure about it, but that was what I was thinking the whole time.
So let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Monica Woods now, tracking the latest on the wind conditions tonight.
Right, and so you can take a look at some of the flames that are still burning for tonight at the Palisades fire. These particular cameras have been quite active, with embers kind of flying around here as we look out towards these live pictures provided by UC San Diego and Alert California. This is the Eaton fire. This is just looking off in the distance, a big plume of smoke there. And then the Hearst fire, that one was the Sylmar fire just a little bit ago, and then they renamed that to the Hearst fire. But there's several fires burning throughout the region. Some of those embers just kind of flying around, with our red flag warning in effect deep through tomorrow, with a particularly dangerous situation. We've been seeing peak wind gusts at 50 to almost 80 miles per hour, and this will continue overnight
Insanely fast.
into early Wednesday with extremely critical fire weather. Some of the air quality issues that are brewing right now, especially as
Yeah, that's also an issue I didn't thought of yet. You have a lot of people who inhale the smoke, who inhale the bad air, So also people who live in Veneer have that same problem, that they don't inhale the air.
Night falls, this smoke will just settle in. Although we still have those strong offshore winds, we're still dealing with really poor air quality. Locally, we still have our wind advisory in effect until 7 in the morning, but winds are at a much lower clip here, only at about 30 to 35 mile per hour peak gusts in the valley and towards the coastal region. As far as those sustained winds out of the northwest at about 15 to 20 miles per hour, it's all because of this setup. This is what's so dangerous out there. Offshore winds as that low settles into the Great Basin. Here comes our high pressure ridge, and we'll continue to track those winds through tonight, but you can see they'll lighten up for tomorrow. We need a break in Southern California, too.
Sounds good, Monica. Thank you. Tonight, President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris put out statements in response to the fires. The president says in part in a post on X, quote, "I have offered any federal assistance that is needed to help suppress the terrible Pacific Palisades fire."
Vice President Kamala Harris also released a statement saying in part, quote, "As a proud daughter of California, I know the damage that wildfires."
Yeah, also, if you have relatives in California, living in California, I'm sure you're pretty scared and hope that everything is good. Yeah, if they're being safe, basically. And yeah, I hope also everyone you know is safe, and yeah, I hope that they will rebuild something new if it's possible, that the insurance will pay for any damage, that yeah, a lot of things didn't get damaged that were very important to them and can't be replaced. And let's look in, do they? No, they don't say something else. So I think I will end this video here, and yeah, I don't know what to say. I hope that it will get over soon, that we don't have problems like that in the future. But I think realistically speaking, there's not much we can do about it. So it will be a reoccurring problem. And yeah, I guess we need to find a solution so people won't get hurt anymore, so that they don't lose anything. And yeah, all my condolences, or how you say it, I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry, to everyone that is impacted by that. And yeah, I will try to stay up to date on this, and I don't know what else to say. So thanks for watching. See you. Bye.